Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
City Council, Mayor Burcroft, City Attorney, City Treasurer, Deputy Clerk, and audience. This is the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting for Monday, December 9th, 2019. Mr. Chair, roll call was taken during our special meetings, and all members of council are in attendance, and we have a quorum for this meeting.
All right, thank you, Madam Clerk.
The council meeting agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda. Number 2, minutes. Number 3, petitioner. Number 4, chairperson's report. Number 5 is mayor's report. 6, clerk's report. 7, treasurer's report. 8, public comment. 9, unfinished business. 10, communication. 11 is warrant. Number 12 is communication. And number 13 is adjournment. And a motion would be in order to accept the regular council meeting agenda as presented.
Move to accept the agenda as presented.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Roscoe to accept the agenda as presented. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams? Yes. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion is approved.
Number 2 are the minutes. Agenda item 2A. Mr. Chair and Council, we have caught a typo and error in the minutes, and that's under, if you look on page 2 of your minutes, and it's 5D under the mayor's report, it would be resolution 19-370. And in that budget amendment, it's listed, the fund account was listed as the library fund, but it should be major roads, if you want to take note of that. So I'm asking if the minutes from the regular meeting held on December 2nd be amended to reflect the change in that fund balance account to major roads be approved.
Mr. Chairman, I will move for the approval of the minutes of December 2nd, as the clerk said, to be amended.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Webb, for the approval of the minutes from our council meeting on December 7th, accepting the amendments. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Abstain.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Agenda item 2B for approval are the minutes from the special meetings held on December 2nd, 2019.
We need a,
So moved for the December 2nd meeting. Minutes.
been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the minutes from our special meeting was held on December 2nd, 2019. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Abstain.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
There are no petitioners on the agenda. Number 4 is the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Tonight at 6:30, we had an executive session, closed meeting, to discuss union matters. At 7 p.m., we had a study session with Marie Dreyer from the DDA, and she was given an information meeting, and the materials in the meeting was presented. At this time, I'm going to recognize Councilwoman Abdo.
Thank you. I'd like to make a motion that we concur with the administration and the Human Resources Director's recommendation to approve the tentative agreement for the successor collective bargaining agreement between the City of Romulus and the International Association of Firefighters, Local 4124, to be effective from July 1st, 2019 through June 30th, 2023.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Williams, to concur with the administration and the Human Resources Director's recommendation to approve the tentative agreement for the successor collective bargaining agreement between the City of Romulus and the International Association of Firefighters, Local 4126, to be effective July 1st, 2019 through June 30th, 2023. Okay, Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Tally,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion is approved. The chair also going to recognize Councilwoman Tally.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. I'd like to make a motion for a memorial resolution. I have a little discussion with that too for Shirley Ann Green, a resident of the City of Romulus.
Support.
Shirley Ann Green, she passed last week. They're very close family friends of the Talley family. Her sister, Shirley Ann Green's daughter is very good friends with my sister. They went to school together here in our Romulus community school, grew up together, and very, very close for a number of years. And as a result of my sister's relationship with her daughter, we all became family. So she passed last week, and it was kind of a sudden passing, so we just want to keep the family in prayers. As far as her family, my family, it's just been a lot of death this year. I'm over 2019, so looking forward to 2020 because 2019 has been a very difficult year. So thank you, everybody, for this resolution. Thanks, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilwoman Tally. It's been motioned by Ms. Tally, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for memorial resolution for Ms. Green. Ms. Tally,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Webb.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved. I have just one thing I would like to say. There was a nice tree lighting ceremony Friday that the city of Romulus presented. They did a very nice job, nice turnout, and the weather was beautiful for that night, and the food was good, so it was really a really fantastic evening. Now, so at this time, I'm going to recognize Councilwoman Webb.
Thank you, Mr. Barton. First of all, good evening, everyone, and good evening to everyone at home. Last week, I spoke on an issue, but it was not my intention. I can't say it was sort of joking, but I guess I did. Section 611 of our ordinance states health and safety. The council shall see that provision is made for the public peace, health, welfare, and safety of persons and property. But what I said was, we were speaking of leaf burning and the contract to be extended, et cetera. And for you at home who were listening, I know that you heard what I said. I said, well, I'll just burn my leaves, but I sort of jokingly said that because I was burning them to roast marshmallows. But no, ordinance states you cannot burn leaves, open leaves, or burn anything openly in this city. And I just wanted to make that clear. I'm the one who said that, and I shouldn't have, so I apologize, because there are too many people in our city who has lung problems and who has asthma. I have a neighbor that does. So no, please do not burn leaves. And if I burn them, I will be ticketed by our fire department. Years ago, I was ticketed. I paid my ticket, but I learned my lesson. So when I said that, no, please do not, because that is an ordinance. Thank you, and thank you, John.
Oh, you're welcome, Ms. Webb. With that, that's going to conclude the chairperson's report.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to accept your report.
Or
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Tally, for approval of the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth? Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved. Thank you.
Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Good evening, City Council, our treasurer, clerk, deputy clerk, and audience. Quote I brought tonight comes from C.W. Metcalf, and it goes as this. Being willing to assess joy in the face of adversity. I picked that one because I'm thinking of a couple things that happened, Mr. Chairman. We had a 78th anniversary of Pearl Harbor. It was a recognition day Saturday where you saw the flags at half-mast. This Saturday, we have a Wreaths Across America where we're recognizing soldiers that have passed in all different branches of the armed forces. And I'm thinking here in a time of joy and peace, you think about around the celebration of Christmas, can you imagine what they were thinking when they were facing adversity of war in front of them? And some of them that gave the ultimate sacrifice, which the great thing that our community is doing is we're recognizing that. You'll hear more about it, but this Saturday, doing Wreaths Across America at our cemetery, that's pretty cool. The fact that we honor the events at Pearl Harbor. Those are significant events for the history of our country, and we can't forget those lessons, or we'll learn them hard again in the future. We have a short video with a few things going on, so if we could run that, please, both for us and folks at home.
Hi everyone, I'm Jasmine Dancy. Here's what's going on around Romulus. Please join us this Saturday as we honor all of the veterans laid to rest in our Romulus Memorial Cemetery for our annual Wreaths Across America ceremony. The ceremony begins promptly at noon. The public is welcome and volunteers are needed to stay following the ceremony to help lay the wreaths. Wednesday, December 18th is the Romulus Senior Center Christmas Gala at 11 a.m. Please wear semi-formal or formal holiday attire, and RSVPs must be submitted ahead of time to plan for setup. Please call the Senior Center at 734-955-4120 for more information or to reserve your seat. Next up, we have events from the Romulus Public Library.
Hi, I'm Jessica Wilhoit, the Assistant Director and Youth Services Librarian at the Romulus Public Library. On December 11th at 6 p.m. we have our family movie night and we will be watching Dora and the Lost City of Gold. This is rated PG and snacks and drinks are provided. On December 14th at 2 p.m. we have our last LEGO Club of the year. Come and build with us and complete the challenge cards. On December 12th at 10:30 a.m. we have our homeschool meetup group. Come and celebrate the season and make your very own gingerbread house with other homeschoolers in your area. In all month of December, we have our candy cane counting contest for ages 17 and under. Come and guess how many candy canes are in the jar and you could win.
Hello, I'm the Adult Services Librarian at Romulus Public Library. On Thursday, December 12th at 6 p.m., don't forget to join the craft club in making Christmas ornaments for the holiday season. Crafters get to keep the ornaments they make. This is for ages 18 and up. On Tuesday, December 17th, join the Senior Book Club, ages 55 and older, at the Romulus Senior Center on Bibbins at 10:30 a.m. We'll discuss The Widow's War by Sally Gunning.
Hi everyone, I'm Tanya Cofield from Recreation. The Romulus Recreation Commission and Beautification Committee are partnering together to recognize homes again here in Romulus that are decorated for the holidays. There are two ways to nominate a home. Just call or visit the Recreation Department at City Hall to give us their address, or post a comment or message to our City of Romulus Facebook page. All nominations are due by Monday, December the 16th.
For our good news of the week, we wanted to give a shout out to our Romulus Police Department. This past weekend, they held their Shop with a Cop event, which has become an annual tradition for the department. The Shop with a Cop program pairs elementary-aged children with a police officer to go shopping for Christmas gifts for their family and themselves. This event, which was organized by Corporal Daryl Nippes, helped provide a Christmas for 5 local families. Romulus police officers donated their time and money to make this event a success. Great job, RPD. Thanks, everyone. Remember to like and share us on Facebook and YouTube, or visit our website for more information. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you. And Mr. Chairman, you brought up the tree lighting. I just want to mention one thing. You know, a lot goes into the planning to make that a success. And Tanya and her team, and a fire was there, and of course Santa was there. And we had reindeer this year. Just a great event to kick off the reason for the season and also to create memories for kids. But a lot of times people don't know what goes on behind the scenes to make that happen. And we had a photographer who had mechanical difficulties getting there. And our own Roger Cade, who stepped up in a big way, got his equipment set up, took photos, made things happen so that those families, they didn't miss a beat. They got their photo with Santa, they got their experience the way that we want it to be done. But it's you know, people doing things like that people don't even know about that step up in the city. We have a great team of people working very hard, and I just wanted to single Roger out. Thank you, Roger. He hated that, but I love doing it, Rod. Thank you, we appreciate you. I do have some business items under my report, Mr. Chairman, so we'll get into those. First up is item A. You have a recommendation to concur with Josh Monty, Police Captain, Gary Harris, Purchasing Director, and the request is to concur with the administration and authorize the sole source purchase and installation of Polycom video conferencing system. Total cost $26,419.97 from J. Ewing LLC. Those funds have been verified and available out of the MIDC Fund Capital Outlay Expense Account.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move for the sole source agreement of the Polycom video conferencing system in the amount of $26,419.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Williams, for the sole source agreement for the Polycom video conferencing system for the amount of $26,419.97. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, Council. The next item is item B. This is a recommendation from Kathy Hood, Assistant DPW Director, and Gary Harris, Purchasing Director. The request is to concur with the administration and consent to the piggyback M-Deal contract with the listed number with Gorno Ford to purchase 3 2020 Ford Police Utility Interceptors, including options and delivery. The total amount of the purchase is $106,095.00. Those funds have been verified and available out of the Motor Vehicle Fund Capital Outlay.
Through the chair, if I may.
Yes, Ms. Webb.
I'd like to make that motion to concur with the administration and consent.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for the piggyback on the M-Deal contract for the purchase of the 3 2020 Ford Police Utility Interceptors. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, Council. The next item is a recommendation from Jennifer Madison, Assistant Director of Technology Services, and Steve Hitchcock, our legal counsel. The request is to concur with the administration, extend the city's current service agreement with BSB Communication, Inc. For the useful life of the hardware and software, or until the agreement can no longer be budgeted for at a cost of $6,220 annually, with an increase not to exceed the CPI index. Those funds have been verified, budgeted, and are available out of the Service Fund Maintenance Contract Account and an unallocated fund maintenance for contracts account.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion that we extend the city's current services agreement with BSB Communications.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for extension of the BSB Communications Annual Maintenance Agreement. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, Council. Next item is a recommendation from Robert McCrate, Director of Public Services, and Gary Harris, Purchasing Director. The request is to concur with the administration and consent to piggyback on the Farmington Hills contract with the RFP listed for the purchase of the office furniture and professional installation of the newly constructed 34th District Court. The amount is $61,652.02 from the Office Supply Guys. That is a company. The funds have been verified and available out of the Court Building Construction Fund listed.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to piggyback on the Farmington Hills contract for the purchase and installation of furniture for the new 34th District Court.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Webb, for the piggyback of Farmington Hills contract for the purchase of installation of furniture for the new 34th District Court. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, and motion is approved.
Thank you, council. The next is also a recommendation from Robert McCray, Director of Public Services, and Gary Harris, Purchasing Director. It's to concur with the administration and consent to piggyback on the NCPA contract 07-16 for the new purchase of the Crucible workstations, professional installation, and newly constructed for the 34th District Court. That amount is $64,330.52, and that is from Affordable Interior Systems. Those funds have been verified and available also out of the Court Building Construction Fund.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move that we piggyback on the NCPA contract for the purchase of the installation of the cubicle workstations for the new 34th Court in the amount of $64,330.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for the piggyback on NCPA contract for the purchase of installation of cubicle workstation at the new 34th District Court. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. The last item for action is a recommendation from Robert McCray, Director of Public Services, and Gary Harris, Purchasing Director. This one is to concur the administration and consent to piggyback on the U.S. General Service Administration contract GS 28F 0023W, Schedule 711-18. That is for the purchase of a multi-purpose seating and professional installation for that seating at the newly constructed 34th District Court. The amount's $14,427.54. Company is KFI Furniture. Those funds have been verified and available out of the Court Building Construction Fund also.
Chair, I'll make that motion to piggyback on the GSA contract for the purchase and installation of multi-purpose seating at the new 34th District Court.
Support. Can I have discussion?
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Tally, for the piggyback on the GSA contract for the purchase and installation of multi-purpose seating at the new 34th District Court. Discussion, Ms. Tally.
Yeah, so I just want to say this, and a shout out to Gary Harris. The mayor alluded to a great team of people working hard for the city, and I just want to give a shout out to Gary Harris. One of the things, if you notice on our agenda, we have a lot of piggybacking, and we had some piggybacking last week as well. When you see piggybacking, think of savings, think of manpower savings. When you see piggybacking, we're saving money. So I want to thank Gary for his diligence in finding these ways we can piggyback and save money for our city. And the other thing too is that it was something that was instituted, I think he told me in 2018, because it wasn't part of our ordinance. And now that it is, we can piggyback on all these savings. So if you notice, we have I think it's 3 or 4 today, that's savings for our city and manpower savings. So great job, Gary, and everybody that works with him on that team.
Yeah, if I can echo that, that's a great opportunity of when there are deals that are negotiated and contracts on volume, we're able to utilize those to benefit our residents. So whenever we can do that, that's great work. Those are cost savings, and we get the products that are spec'd. So thank you for bringing it up.
Thank you. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion is approved.
Thank you, council. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mayor.
Number 6 is the clerk's report. I have 2 action items, but before I get into them, I do have an announcement that I would like to make. And it was announced earlier, Jasmine had announced in the video with our Wreaths Across America ceremony this Saturday, the 14th. In addition, at 11:15, just before our ceremony, there's another ceremony that will take place at the cemetery, and this is the ribbon cutting for the 2 brand new cemetery gates in the north and south entrances. It's a ribbon cutting ceremony which will take place at 11:15. I would just like to acknowledge the cemetery board chairperson, Jan Lemon. She's sitting in the audience. I know she's shaking her head no. But this has been a dream of hers and an objective. You know, she works very hard along with the other volunteers on the board. They've had several projects. They've been very successful. We all have a cemetery in our city that we can be very, very proud of. The beautiful trees that are planted out front, that was a vision of our cemetery board. If you look in the center, there is a beautiful Victorian gate right in the center of the entrance there at the cemetery. So this was another project from the board. And if you would just join me in giving a round of applause to the cemetery board just for these projects and the pride that they take, and they work extremely hard in our cemetery so that we can have a place that we can all be very proud of. So thank you, Jan, and to the cemetery board. Another completed project. So be there at 11:15 next Saturday on the 14th. And the two action items. The first action item under the clerk's report, that's 6A. And for second reading and final adoption is an amendment to the Code of Ordinances, Chapter 38, Parks and Recreation, Article 1, Section 38-10, Firearms and Explosives. And this ordinance amendment was introduced at the council meeting of December 2nd, 2019. Motion would be in order.
Through the chair, if I may.
Yes, Ms. Webb.
I'd like to make the motion for second reading and final adoption of the amendment to code ordinances, of which the clerk just read.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Ms. Williams, for second reading, final adoption of amendments of Code of Ordinance, Chapter 38, Parks and Recreations. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. And the last action item under the clerk's report is 6B. And this is for second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 19/20-11. And this is to pay for the final construction costs of Goddard Road streetscapes. This was introduced at the council meeting of December 2nd, and as that amendment that I asked for council to make to the minutes, that we initially had the library fund, but this is not the library fund for that. This is what this second amendment was, second reading reflects the amendment to the minutes earlier.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move for the second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 19/20-11. It's to pay for the final construction cost of the Goddard Road streetscape.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo. Second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 19/20-11 to pay for the final construction costs of Goddard Road streetscape. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. That completes the clerk's report.
Thank you.
Number 7 is the treasurer's report.
Good evening, everyone. I do not have any items under my report tonight. Thank you.
Number 8 is public comment, and this is the portion of the agenda. For those of you that are in the audience who would like to address city council, the rules can be found on the back of your agenda. If you'd like to address city council, please raise your hand, and after being acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium and state your name and address. Please note that you have 3 minutes to speak, and any additional time will be upon consent of the chairperson. Mr. Chair, we do have one written request, and
Okay.
this is from Mr. Dwight Helms.
Okay. Mr. Helm?
Ms. Webb, this is not against you. Me and you've been friends long, but I come to talk about the ordinance on that. It's in the city. Anybody'd like a copy of it and don't have it in their files, I got plenty for you. But the burning ordinance in the city basically says there is no burning in the city. There's a lot of people ignorant to the law in the city. I have breathing problems. How many people around here have breathing problems that's got relatives and stuff? Leaves smoke, and I don't care what you do to them, they smoke, so there's no burning. So why can't we have mulching? Why can't we have composting, you know, and other things? The city does the best they can to pick this stuff up for us, but right now, until we figure out some more stuff, we don't need any burning in this city. Right here, it says, it's the general prohibition of outdoor burning and open burning, unless specified in this article. Open burning and outdoor burning are hereby prohibited in the city. Open burning of refuge is prohibited within the city. Open burning of trees, brush, stumps, leaves, and grass clippings is no good, according to this, the article. I have neighbors that like to burn. The recreational foul pit shall not be used to burn any refuge or yard waste, period. In here. I mean, I don't understand people, you know, myself. Most of this is pretty simple. If they wanted to work with the city, you know, I'm sure if they come and talk to Kevin or somebody, he'd work with people. But just to build a big bonfire, no. And then under 22-261, C, in the event of any outdoor, open or outdoor burning is deemed a nuisance by the way of unreasonable light, heat, smoke, or odor, any other manner, or which is deemed a hazard by the city. The fire department shall cause the resident to extinguish the fire, and a fire department extinguish the fire. Notifications of such will be forwarded to the shift lieutenant, electronic mail, or by any other means, and the fire chief or fire marshal for follow-up to the residents for approximate or warning or a ticket. And this is all here. And I don't understand why it's so hard for people. I mean, you ask a police officer, ignorance of the law is no excuse, period. And Mr. Burkhoff and whoever else, this needs to be enforced a little bit more than we do in this city. Our ordinance people has been a total failure over this. It smells like a garbage dump over by my house constantly where people burning stuff. And if these ordinance people don't want to do them, sir, I'm sure you've got 6 other people you can get that'll do the job out there. And the other one is like people like do it on the weekends. Well, I guess we'll have to hope that police officers will do a little bit for us on the weekends. But if anybody would like a copy of this to have in their file so you can tell your residents exactly if somebody calls you, see me, I've got plenty of copies.
Okay.
And I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Dwight. Ms. Lemon.
I didn't intend to step up here tonight, but Mrs. Bragg, thank you for your gracious comments. And nothing can be done without the approval of the council, without the help of Bob McCray, Kevin Kraus, anybody who was in that cemetery. These projects have been completed because of your support. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Lemon. Any other comments from the audience? Okay. John. Mr. Thies?
Good evening, everybody. John Thied, Union President, Local 4126 for the firefighters. First of all, I just want to say thank you on both sides for tonight. Been a long time, you know, that we've been in negotiations, and I just want to explain a little bit probably the importance of it to our audience at home, our customers, and everybody in the room. Both sides worked hard, you know, very hard. You know, there's some days we came out of that meeting that we didn't think we were going to get anywhere, you know, and we talked with HR and the city attorney or the labor attorney, and then we'd take a recess and come back in, and you know, things would go good, you know, and you know, finally tonight, obviously everything comes to fruition, and here we are. And it's important because, you know, a lot of us are on our back 9, and you know, we're getting out of here soon, and we have a lot of young people that are here, that's important that we don't lose them. And I think the mayor, HR, the chief spend a lot of hours going through applications because we lose people to other cities. And why people leave, it's on them. You know, everyone leaves for a different reason, but we're losing a lot of people because maybe it's wages, maybe it's benefits, maybe it's closer to home for them. And those cities just say thank you. Thank you for doing that and give us those guys and girls. And now, tonight, we're that city now that we're going to attract people. We're going to be that city that if you work here now, some of our young people now, they have to think twice that, you know, right now it's a good start. And if we stay here, we have a future. Now, we're going to be that city that could attract other people, and we're going to say thank you for giving us qualified guys and girls to come here, because now it's something that, you know, people can say, hey, we're happy here right now working, and both sides came together for that. So that revolving door hope closes for us, and we keep, you know, the training people. You know, we're spending money on uniforms and sites and training these guys and girls, and they leave. And tonight it's a great start. So I want to thank my team, obviously, to my negotiating board, Devin, city. It was a good thing that we all came together. So we appreciate everything. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Steve. Any other comments from the audience? If there's no more comments from the audience, close that part out.
Number 9 is unfinished business.
Mr. Barton?
Yes, Mr. Wadsworth.
I can, to the mayor. Mayor, about a year ago, there was a problem at Wayne and Wayne course, and I won't mention the address, I'll give you the address. But with boats and recreation vehicles and multiple on one location, and I'll pass this to you. The ordinance department went out there and they took care of the problem, but I guess from the telephone calls that I got that the problem has returned. So I'll give you the address.
Sure, we'll address it. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
And, you know, Mr. Chairman, if I could, we do have ordinance people. We also have fire that enforces some fire ordinances. We do that on a regular basis. We're happy to do it. We can do a better job if the public gives us information like this, so we can, you know, step up enforcement if need be. But just like we talked about having good people on the team, we have some great people on the team. You know, I've taken calls from Mr. Helms. He called me out. I've taken calls from him at my home, and we've had fire go out and check on illegal burning. So despite, you know, what you may hear sometimes, we do a pretty good job on enforcement, and I appreciate whenever you can or the public can pass on those leads to us. So thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any more unfinished business? Number 10 is new business. Number 11 for approval is warrant 19-23.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we pay warrant 19-23 in the following amounts. General Fund, $54,738.94. Major Street Fund, $27,927.93. Local Street Fund, $41,771.75. Public Safety Fund, $6,491.10. Cable TV, $276.90. Garbage and Rubbish Collection Fund, $537.97. CDBG, $4,095. Michigan Indigent Defense Fund, $25,183.33. 911 Service Fund, $9,478.57. NARC Forfeiture State, $688.30. Library Fund, $6,892.74. DDA, $3,995.86. Tifa District 2, $20,159.70. Court Building Construction Fund, $19,112.04. Vining Road Extension E-Course Construction, $301,821.58. Water and Sewer, $490,979.68. Motor Vehicle, $4,353.04. Technology Services, $14,045.95. Retiree Insurance Benefits, $192,247.74. Revolving Fund, $47,162.16. Current tax, $476.45. Payroll fund, $220,947.05. Total of all funds, $1,493,383.78.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Talley, to pay warrant number 19-23 for $1,493,383, $493,383.78. Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Webb.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion was paid.
Number 12 is communication.
John, I have something too.
Okay, Ms. Abdo?
Yes, I'd like to thank my colleagues and the citizens in the community who came out to support the National Honor Society Chad Tuff fundraiser on Sunday. And a special thanks to Mayor Burkroff for providing all the pizza, which they definitely enjoyed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I have.
Talley.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So last week was a very, very busy week. A lot of things going on last week, and I just want to highlight a few things that I was in attendance of, and that my colleagues were in attendance of as well. I want to thank the mayor for hosting our Ministerial Alliance meet and greet. Very nice affair. Just a lot of fellowship, a lot of fun, and a lot of laughter. And that's just been a lot of that the last several weeks. The following day, we went to the Southern Wayne City Regional Chamber. It was just salute to electeds. Again, Romulus strong. We had such a showing of Romulus coming out to these events. It was just so encouraging. Jasmine was there, and then some of my colleagues up here. Just a very good event. Romulus strong. And then we had a UAW appreciation dinner that Romulus strong again. We had so many of our electeds going out to support. They announced us, and we were just in full effect. So Romulus strong at the UAW appreciation dinner. And then that evening we had the tree lighting, our own tree lighting here in the city of Romulus. Again, just Romulus strong. That's all I can say. Just Romulus strong. It was a great event. Just out there with the people and just fellowshipping, laughter, and fun. The following day, we went to the 13th District, had their holiday party. It was hosted by Rashida Tlaib and Jonathan Kinlock, and just a great event. And I just want to thank my colleague, Virginia Williams. She did beautiful decorations at the tables, and just a lot of fun, laughter, and Romulus came out strong. I want to thank my colleagues. Just a great time and a great week of just great events. And then I had to go check in at the Chad Tuff event and check on the kids. So I did that for a little while on Sunday. And again, what can I say? Romulus strong. That's all I can say. Everything that I was involved in last week, it was just, I saw such a presence of Romulus. It was just so encouraging. And then I just want to do really quick, a couple of quick shout outs to some granddads. Mayor is a granddad, is that right?
Granddaughter first.
A granddaughter.
The
What's her
wonderful
name?
thing. Serena Shirley.
Pretty. So congratulations. Our former economic developer, Tim Keys, also was a granddad a day after, I think, the mayor. Congratulations to him as well. Just a great week of fellowship, fun, laughter. Romulus strong. I can't say that enough. Romulus strong. And I just want to say this, I usually do the Reefs Across America, but the resolution I had today, the funeral that I'm going to be attending for the resolution we did for Miss Shirley Green, I'll be in attendance of the funeral, so I will not be able to do Reefs Across America this year. But I know, again, that Romulus will come out strong. So, again, as I always say for the last several weeks, peace on earth, goodwill towards men, kindness. It's a time of kindness and just peace and fellowship, laughter, fun, and Romulus strong. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Williams?
Yes, good evening. And since Ms. Talley is pushing the Romulus Strong version of Romulus Strong, I asked that Romulus come out strong for the annual seasonal Taste Fest. It's hosted by Saint City Church, which is located here in Romulus. It's Friday, December the 13th, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. They have seasonal cuisine, spring, summer, fall, and winter, desserts and beverages. $15 a person. You can eat in or take out. It's located at the Romulus Senior Center, 36525 Bivens, Romulus, Michigan. If you want any further information, you can contact Bishop James Whitehead at 734-699-6691. Again, come out Romulus strong.
Mayor?
Yeah, just one piece of communication and the comment that you heard about the fire contract, and thank you, council, for approving that tentative agreement. You know, I think a couple things that I want to say about it is that it's a compliment of people coming together on both sides. About the process, we did this with the POAM, POLC, now IEFF. Kevin Lozen's done a great job. Greg Schultz, who's our labor attorney that came on. We first brought him on, we were looking at who had the 312 arbitration experience because we didn't know where it was going to go. This is the best way to resolve something, is to do it the right way. I think two key points that John Thied mentioned is our ability to retain and recruit. We had a problem. And so the objectives that we set up front and what we were able to get accomplished with the help of the union, with your help, I think puts us where we need to be. So it helps on both of those fronts, retaining and also attracting and recruiting new people to our city. I think it's a great time to be in Romulus. I think it's a great time to be part of our police and fire and public safety team. But now this gives us the tool to be able to really execute on that. So thank you to all who were involved, and I appreciate the comments and all that our first responders do. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more communications? Again, congratulations to the new granddads. I'm an old granddad. Hopefully I gotta check my grandkids out and make sure I'm not a great granddad. So, congratulations to everyone.
Number 13 is adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, we are adjourned. Thank you.